sound. Can you hear me? Is there anyone out there? Any feedback on if you can hear my audio would be great. Kane Glazer, you're in the room. Can you hear me? No? Yes? Maybe. It looks like you can hear me. Anybody at all? Give me feedback that you can hear me. Hello? Can you hear me? Alicia, can you hear me? Can't hear you. Good, thank you. I was concerned about that. When the audio feedback was doing weird things. Okay. Okay, well, I guess let's just get started and see what happens. It's all new. I'm trying to do a new thing here with showing my computer. One of my cameras is the screen. Is it switching? It's not switching. Is it switching? Yes, it is. It is switching. Okay, good God. Okay, so this is my 3D scanner. And after I pour this drink, we're going to start 3D scanning. And we'll see how that goes. I'm sure it's not worried. Well, the switching should be the same every 20 seconds. Okay. Here we go. That's great. So I took it off of the turntable. So it's just sitting on the table. The reason why is that this scanner uses what's called a hybrid process of tracking, which that means where is the camera in space from one frame to the next. And one of the approaches it uses is regular RGB camera, meaning when it sees the background, it might pick up and try to track from. So if I was spinning the sculpture, it would be tracking potentially the background behind the sculpture instead of the sculpture. It would make hairs. Whenever it turns purple like that, it lost track. It also made a really awful, hideous sound, which I've muted. Not sure how long I'll go tonight. We'll just see how long it takes me to get a solid scan. about now? Oh, yeah. Primary microphone. Better. Okay. I'm just not going to touch it. I don't know why it's doing something, but I'm just not going to touch it. If it's working, great. Actually, it looks like this one is funky. Whatever. You can hear me? Music's still loud. Alright, that I can fix. Primary microphone. Speakers. Oh, there we go. Jesus H. Christ. Sorry. Okay. Primary microphone is up. And music is down. Okay. Goddamn. How about now? I see you said it was too loud, but I don't know how many seconds ago was that. Okay. What do we got? Better. Okay. Let's see what happens when I start clicking buttons again. Sounds great now. Okay. Dude. Being artist. Yeah, I was just saying sorry I missed you last night. Everybody had flaked on me. It was one of those awesome nights where you get really drunk with your mom and watch scenes. At least that's what it was for me. Terrible movie. Never great. Man, first round. Okay, audio speakers, device. Oh my god, okay, that blew off the. How was that? That's all the way up on the microphone. Not today, Neo. Joining just now while. Good. Okay, I have blasted it at 500%, so I don't know what the hell's going on, but there it is. Okay, well, it's real goddamn loud. How about that? I don't know. going in the background. I am suspicious that would do. There you go. I am installing Comfy generative art video. So. Okay, back to the bones. Closer to the camera. Not so much the other side of the table. So that's what you're saying you can't hear me now, or which means I'm on the wrong one. Something's screwed out here. It's quiet. God, seriously? Okay, so we just turned down that's shooting the music off. That works. Is that coming through at all? Nope. Loud again? How the hell is this loud again? There isn't even a microphone over here. Oh. Ooh, that showed up. All right, I think I got OBS cleared up. Okay, so Wireless Pro is what's happening there. Actually, Wireless Pro is, hey, you guys should be able to hear me now. Is that true? Hello, is it me you're looking for? Oh my God. Really? Are we on? Are we disco? Are we doing amazing things together like one-sided conversations over TikTok? Okay. Let's do this thing. Oh my God, I can't believe this many people hung out for that poop show I just put on. Thank you. And I just about tripped over the cable and threw the scanner on the ground. We're doing so well. Okay. Do the thing. Chicken wing. Okay. All right, we're on it. Okay, back to scanning buns. Bun scanning time. I don't know who said that earlier, but it was funny. So this uses a triangulation with a camera being offset from a projector. It's projecting infrared light. So if I change the orientation of the device, it will see different crevices. I see Andy saying the word no, which makes me sad. I hope it's not a bad no, like I can't hear you no, like the audio screwed up again no. Because I'm just gonna lose my poop. I ortho scan my teeth like this. Okay. I see. Okay, so that means you probably can hear me and I don't have to have a meltdown. Nobody wants to see that. Okay. This is 0.2 millimeters, so 200 microns accuracy to scan, which is pretty good. If we were doing engineering, we'd need better, but it's not bad. Come on, why aren't you tracking? It's not tracking. It's not tracking right. This thing's dirty. There we go, now we're tracking. So this hair is going to be a real nightmare because of all the crevices. So we have to come at it from a lot of angles. It is a 60 frames per second camera. That doesn't mean the software is recording at that rate. So I don't know. You can see it flashing because it's alternating between infrared and RGB. So at most you'd be getting 30, although that looks more like it's pulsing at 15, honestly. I'm gonna guess it's a 15 hertz scanner, but I don't know exactly. This is Shining 3D. Explain the scanning? I can explain the scanning if you like. It's basically like a Kinect. It's projecting a known pattern of infrared light, which means it's outside of the human visible spectrum. And it's got a camera that's looking for that pattern that's offset. So just like our two eyes are not in the same spot, when we triangulate to estimate depth. So this is finding the patterns in the camera, the infrared camera, and actually you guys probably would like to see that. I'm going to adjust them fully so you can see the infrared camera view. Go here. And while I'm over here before Roni has a meltdown, I'm going to change his song. Okay. Yeah. And Tricklight's favorite. Okay. Time for another drink. Okay. So, top left of the screen, you can see the infrared camera point of view. And I can't. I need to adjust one more thing. All right, this is a bit of a poop show tonight. We'll get there. Okay. So, get this going. There you go. Now you can see the infrared camera. So I can increase the luminance on the infrared camera and to bring it into the visible range of the camera, and it it's just not tracking for shit. There we go. Okay, there we go. So you can see a little bit like what it sees in that top left view. Can you guys see that? The black and white video of what the camera sees? So I can look at that to estimate what it can scan. If it's out of range, it's too bright, it turns red. Obviously, if it's black, you can't get that either. When it's green, it's generally using the 3D scan to track against other 3D scans to position it. When it's purple, it's lost. It's a lot going on. Like I was saying earlier, I can't remember if you guys can hear me when I said it. Since the camera is at a different point than the infrared projector, if I change orientation like this, I get different crevices. Where are we? Completely lost. Come on. It seems to track our buns best. So I go back to the buns and just start over. I think the 3D scanner is a bun man too. Oh, you know what it is? I need to turn off this light. See, the big red square is this light shooting, blasting the camera with infrared lights, screwing up the tracking. Tricky. I'm going to try to get the switch over to the top of the bird. To do that, I have to maintain enough being scanned while I transition that it can orient the scanner. Yeah, there we go. Looks like I did it. Very good. And lost it there. Okay, we're good. Hair is by far the trickiest area. Come on. It's fighting me. The post I did on TikTok was from the ground floor, first floor. It's the first and the second floor are the same size, about 6,000 square feet. The third floor is about half that size of 3,000. The basement is another 6,000. All in, it comes in at reportedly about 23,000 for everything. I haven't measured it. This is what the landlord said. Come on. Yeah, we just started hanging the canvas to make the projector screens. Just started doing that. Come on, is this thing in the tracker? What? Come on. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to make content to put on one 100-foot wide wall and another 50-foot wide wall, so a total of 150 feet, 12-foot high projector screens. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. I'm pretty excited about it. Something that's complex, it is definitely very difficult. I keep seeing areas that miss and I gotta go back and forth. There's this huge hole in her foot right here, good God. Yeah, I'll edit the geometry. It'll, the software will refine it to some extent before I output it, and then I'll clean it up and finish it in ZBrush. There we go. And I got into our armpit there by turning it upside down. Come on, pop back on. Well, Alan, sorry my eyes aren't so good. I've actually been using ZBrush since beta 1.0, which would be about circa 2003. So a couple minutes. We were at college at the time. Oh, nice. So you're not a super youngin'. You've been seen a few things. Oh yeah, first ZBrush was a shit show. It was basically a 2D painter. It was a ZBrush, it was just painting with Z. It wasn't even a 3D app, really. It's like you'd manipulate the 3D item and then it'd freeze it onto the canvas and you'd paint on that. Alright, Roni, thanks for stopping in. Yeah, again, sorry I wasn't here last night. I'm glad you persevered and came back. I've been working on this since the beginning of January. Probably, I think we put just under 100 hours total in. Roni did the math on it because it's all chronicled on YouTube. So he was able to come up with a pretty close estimate of time spent. Could you tell me the artist of this music? Oh, I don't really know. Sorry. We are gonna compose music for the club though. So I will be able to tell you because I'm going to collaborate with them in the future. So looking forward to that. Come on. Come on, I don't need to lose the tracking on that. I want to track across that. Thanks for coming in, Alan. that is correct for glidance. Dark jazz, if you search for that, you'll find this or something like it. This is hard to scan. A lot of recesses. Honestly, I'll scan it once and then I'll find all the things I missed and come back and scan again just for those areas. Not really anticipating getting this at once. Come on. Hello, Maya. How are you? I'm alright. I'm better than last night. I was not in a good headspace last night, so did not curse you guys with me. Actually, what I stopped this tonight, it will sit there and process for a couple hours before it actually spits out data. Yeah, the weird howling sounds, just the music in the background. Sure I've missed areas of her abdomen there. Let's see what we can get. There we go. Sorry, it's probably not all that entertaining. It's requiring a lot of concentration from me too. So it's a little bit of a, it's quiet time. Able to do that transition last time. I think this is going to give us some, fill in some shadow areas. Come on. Yes, this is definitely 3D imaging. That's what we're doing, is scanning this. And then I'll clean it up in 3D and print out resin sculpts of it. That's the plan. Thank you, Maya. I did it myself. A little max art. Whew, I need to take a break. Time for a drink. Yeah, I just decided to buzz my head right before I came on tonight. I am drinking a kind of like a martini, but it's more like a Beau concoction. Vodka, tonic, cherry tart, and lemon juice. It's a very unique Beau concoction. A potion, and there's one way to put it, yes. All right. Let's actually, I'm going to walk over here so I can look at this thing up close on my monitor, and I can see what I may have missed. Oh, like her whole ass cheek down here is missing. And yeah, like I thought, bottom of that calf needs work. So bottom of the ass, bottom of the calf. That knee crevice is good. That knee crevice is not. Do we have the, let's turn off the texture. Oh yeah, the whole back of the forearm I think is missing. Yeah. A bit better on the hair than I thought we did. Actually. Quite a bit better on the hair than I thought we would. Isn't too bad. A little bit here and there. Alright. Face. There. Feet are there. So the back of the forearm, calf, butt, back of the foot there. You know, hard to reach places. All right. Underneath your clothes right there. Okay, we're doing good. Let's have another drinking. Get in there. Let's get in those cracks. Is everybody ready for that? We're ready to get into the cracks together. It's gonna be a bonding thing. A huge shadow. Oh, you guys can't turn on my camera right now. Yeah, it's a big shadow, right? Because the projector and the camera are offset. And that whole back of her leg and crack aren't viewed. So I got to turn this thing 180 degrees, and we'll see what we get. Let's see if we get something better. Come on. Hello, Cher. How you doing? You tuned in for a very special episode of Glow in the Dark. Get to watch me scan Lady Crack. Get in there. It's not getting that crack. Back of her leg. jump over here to the other side. Oh yeah, I was missing this whole arm, wasn't I? Come on. There we go. I think there was a... I think we were missing this little crack over here. Gotta get those cracks. Let's give this bird another pass, huh? See if we can fill in on him. You can see bits of me floating in space where it's tracked me, scanned me. It's a little like playing Twister. Mexican Batman, hello. How are you? I am scanning it now. That is what I'm doing. Exactly. Scan it. I do a little cleanup in 3D, and then do some 3D prints. Go over there and diddle TikTok, so I think this is a good time to take a look at our data. Back of that calf, I cannot get. I'm missing the whole underside of her hand too. Dude, I'm missing all that down there. I gotta come back and get. I think that's a mess down there. Luckily, we got plenty of data on our butt. That seems to be the one thing it really wants to track. Is her butt. Nice. I like the Harryhausen. I got to meet Harryhausen once. That was a highlight of my career. Oh, his whole, I didn't even notice his whole foot's fucked. All right, goddamn. We can delete these floating bits of me out of there. Actually, it looks like it's a misalignment on the bottom of her arm. I think I'm going to delete it. Doesn't really matter. It's going to get filled in. It's going to get again, but it's because I got all the bumps off. Nice. Took me a second to understand what you meant. Actually, you can see the butt. You can still see those lumps on the butt. I might actually cheat in 3D going and get rid of this, so more of her cellulite. I don't want, it's gonna be dangerous though, right? Because I want to keep the fingers and clay feel of this. I don't want to refine it like it's a digital sculpt. I'm gonna keep those fingers and clay feel, so it's gonna be a fine line between refining, cleaning up, and not essentially ruining. So anyway, I need to remember the bottom of the arm, back of the hand, and foot. Just work on those areas. Yeah, I work in ZBrush. Well, some of it is artifacts of the scanning process that I'll fix. So I'll definitely do a little bit because it won't go to a. That's nice. It won't go to print. Let's clean it up some. Processing. Who doesn't like processing? TPS report. Still not. Come on. Finish your processing. It's because I got so much data I've scanned. A lot of redundancy. Well, hopefully we're not sitting here forever. We might actually be sitting here for a while. Just because I won't torture you guys. Hello, Noel. It's been a minute. Scanning. But you can't see it right now because it's processing data. Noel. Have a drink while we wait. Yes. I like that idea. Have another cherry. Maybe you know the movie that's from? Have another cherry. It's one of my favorites. We're all processing our own environment, exactly. Dude, this is annoying. Come on. Somebody tell a story. Tell me about the art you made today. And more disco. Foley, all right, you're the Foley artist, yes. Fantastic. Ah, yes, little Angelo Badalamenti. My favorite. I do like Angelo. This is from Twin Peaks, Fire Walk with Me. There. Tragic. Come on. Trying not to kill myself. Come on. Come on. Come on, you can track. Still not quite right. What are you drawing, Trick Light? Stupid thing just restricted me to some audiences. There's something seriously wrong with these people. some people find. I wonder if that's because somebody reports me or if that's just literally AI being a douche. The hands to which to draw. I love your attitude. Lagavulin, nice. Fantastic, enjoy that Lagavulin. I'm a big fan. Lagavulin, wow, love that stuff. Big fan of Lagavulin. Holes over here. What's the blue box for? You lost me. You mean the green box? Yeah. What's a 3D scanner? Yes. Oh, the blue box being the thing in my hands. I see. I was looking at the screen. Yes, traditional Florentine sculptor technique of a 3D scanner. Just like old Michelangelo used to use. Old Mickey B. Okay. I think I may have got that. What's up, Bill? Thanks for joining. Yeah, I think his hand's still screwed up. Let's go check our data. I think it's... I think that hand, I need to delete that and go back and do it again. Not without a drink. Let's take a look at our data. Let's get in there and look at those polygons. Turn off those silly textures. Paint's messed up. Oh yeah, that's not right. Not right. Ah. Thank you, Chris. I love your name. It's a good name. Get the back of that calf, that's annoying. What are we doing with the bird? Bird isn't bad. A few shadows here and there. Alright. Give another pass on the back of that hand. Hand side bird shadow. And try to get the back of her leg again. And then just over the top of the bird. It's four things. Back of the hand, bird shadow, back of the thigh, bird. Okay. Let's do it. process again, I'm sure. It needs to process. Everything has to process. Processing. Trying to be one more. Just a question, but would a lower light work better? So the way it works is that infrared light is being projected in a pattern from the front of the scanning device. And then there's an infrared camera. When it comes up again, you'll be able to see it in the top left. The infrared camera is scanning for that pattern, and the parallax shift is how it triangulates and calculates the depth. So visible spectrum light doesn't affect it at all. Now you'll see when it comes up, it's going to take a second, I apologize. These incandescent bulbs blow out because they also emit infrared. But other than that, I mean everything, well, most light, there is infrared light, contaminant light, but it's nothing compared to how bright that is. So no, the visible light wouldn't affect it. Dude, you're making me want some Lagavulin. Hopefully in about 6 months I'm going to be streaming from the Gallery nightclub, and I'll have a full bar, and that's not necessarily a good thing, because then I'll have access to Lagavulin. That might be bad. That might be very bad. Because if I'm there, means I have to drive home afterwards. Whereas right now, I just have to stumble upstairs. A little bit different. This is stuck at 80% again. Sorry. We are waiting. So Noel made Foley art today. Tricklight is drawing whatever hands tell her to draw. Are you going to tell us about the commune? Are you still there, Tricklight? Are you going to tell us about the commune you went to see today? Abandoned resort. Well, that sounds like a good thing. I'm in. That sounds very nice. I think that's buzzing your own head. You just can't help but do this. Just rub the top of your own head. Oh, and we're back. Let's see if we can get it this time. All right, what did I say? We're gonna start with this knife hand. So maybe, you know what, you're gonna break your one rule. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this. I think that might be one of the challenges, is that it's just not. I'm not so sure that I needed to take it off the turntable, but I did. All right, let's see if I can get better now. Australia. Do you ever watch The Max, the cartoon? Not The Max with Jim Carrey, but the comic book or the cartoon, The Max. He had a fantasy world that he called Australia, the Outback. It was fucking awesome. Are we doing this? I think so. Okay. Well, The Max was pretty low budget, small cartoon on liquid television on MTV in 1990. But I think everyone thinks you're actors because of the accent. We all fall for it. I may have fallen Exactly, the max. My favorite lines from that. Oh, if you haven't seen it, I thought you were suggesting you'd seen it. If you haven't seen it, definitely watch it. You'll love it. I think you'll love it. I think you specifically, not just everyone. I think you'll like it. This is great. One of my favorite lines from that show is he's having basically a mental breakdown. It's a story about a homeless man. And he's having a mental breakdown. And one of his lines is he says, "For her, I can be a hero." And he's basically depicted his social worker as a maiden in a Frazetta painting that needs to be saved. What else did I say? That. Oh, you know what? For those of us with hero complexes, give us some grace, huh? There have been a few times where I've actually been a hero. You know, little old ladies in the park in New York City, that sort of thing. But it's hand in hand. And what I'm guessing you're getting at is the hero complex goes hand in hand with a few other issues that aren't always as charming. Yes, I'm going to cast this in bronze. So this is the first step. I'm going to make a 3D scan. And then I'm going to clean it up in 3D. And, I almost got him in the crack. Come on, I want the crack. God damn it, so yeah, I'm scanning it, then I'm going to clean it up in 3D, and then I'm going to do resin prints. So because I can scale it. By being in 3D, I can scale it down. A lot of people have expressed interest in a smaller scale. It's also easier, obviously, to manufacture in a limited quantity. You know, if I want a dozen or whatever, that many people want it, I can get that from a 3D printer. I can just print them here and ship it to people. Like going that route. Well, no, I would still. So what I could do with that is I could take I could still cast a resin print. I'm talking to a foundry here in Kansas City that does this, and so either I will, after I'm done with this, I will either take the original to them to make a mold of, or I'll take a resin print to them to make a mold of, and create a bronze from that. Come on. My God. Does not want to give me her crack. By that I mean back of the knee. Yeah, we'll still do the old. You can't, obviously. Well, there are metal 3D printers, but they're ridiculously expensive and they're not high enough resolution. So, yes, the only way to get an alloy or a bronze out of this is going to be the traditional, old school. Well, I've tried. Let's see. Wanted to try to get some more verb data.
Our trespasses as we forgive them who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil.
A lot of people have shown interest in buying resin prints. A lot of people here. Some of the people here on the stream right now have expressed interest in getting resin prints of it. I have one person who wants to buy a bronze so far. So that is definitely going to happen at least once. Come on.
Sometimes it's fun, sometimes it's tough. You've got to take the breaks the way they come. Life is sort of like gambling. You can't always win.
Bob the Third. How are you? Sorry, nothing chatty tonight. Concentrating quite a bit. pretty much done, honestly. That's why I'm scanning it right now. I'll do a little cleanup in 3D before I do the 3D print. But I want to leave it with the fingers and clay feel. I don't want to I actually never tried this angle. So I'm going to print resin, so it'll be pretty durable. I haven't actually shipped yet, so I can't actually answer that question. And I'm open to any input anyone has. I'm figuring this out as I go. Come on. Come on. Yeah, very carefully, exactly. Run around these edges because there's a lot of concavities in there. Thank you. I guess that's a compliment. Appreciate it. Old story, metaphorical allegory, I guess. But a shoe salesman goes to Africa. Now, obviously, the story comes from a different time. But in this story, the shoe salesman goes to Africa. Two different shoe salesmen go to Africa. One of them sends a message home, says bad news. Nobody wears shoes here. And the other one sends home a message that says, great news, nobody has shoes here. Oh yeah, bronzing is a whole different thing. That's easier. I mean, you can just basically hire a professional shipping company that handles that kind of thing for the bronze. For the, I've shipped art before. And basically crate it up and all that sort of thing. I thought you about the resin. I mean, it'd probably do some kind of packing, vacuum form, foam or something, I don't know. Okay, how are we doing? Let's see, let's just take a look at our data. Why not? Right after we get some drink. Can't look at data without booze. I am the world's worst bartender, by the way. It's hilarious. I'm gonna own a bar. I'm a terrible bartender. I don't want you to ever be forced to drink something I made. See, I've actually tried a few times. I can never get this crack. I don't know if you guys can see my mouse. Yeah, I think you can, yeah. Yeah, I can't ever get that hole down there. That's going to have to be a 3D cleanup. Same thing with this one. If the shadow just stays. What do I do with this crack? Not great. Yeah, that's going to be the 3D cleanup. I'm going to have to re-sculpt those areas because it's just not happening. I bet you were a spectacular bartender, Trick Light. I don't know why I'm totally like just created this fantasy version of you that may or may not be true in any way whatsoever. I'm just filling in the blanks that I don't know. But for whatever reason, I'm assuming you're a fantastic bartender. Well, you saw the legend clip I sent you last night, where Tim Curry said, "We are all animals, my dear." Right? I was a little drunk last night, but I think I sent that to you, didn't I? That's just my reference there being, we are all artists. We are all animals, my dear. So when I click go on this, it is going to sit process for a really long time. So that's pretty much going to be the end of the stream. Because it's going to sit there and squeezle for like hours. So this actually isn't the final data. This is like temp data. Like I said, when I hit go, it's going to start processing. It's going to go back to the original data and process it at 0.2 millimeters. Which, you're from Australia, you use those. You're metric. It's kidding, Avatar, nice. You know it's very small. Wow, it's very small. Yes. You should, I have all of the measurements, everything I'm doing for the gallery, I do everything metric because it's just easier in 3D when I work in 3D for obvious reasons. And I drive people around me berserk. They're like, what the shit is a meter? What is a centimeter? What is this thing you're saying? It's hilarious how frustrated people get with me. 8 giraffe next log, exactly. You're lucky if it's using neck anatomy as the metric. So you guys tell me, I'm curious, do you want to watch me do the 3D editing? Is that of interest to you? Like, I'll be basically sculpting, re-sculpting some things in 3D in ZBrush. Is that of interest to you guys? Or are you like, yeah, we don't care, we just want to see clay? Because I'll stream that too. That's going to take a few days, honestly, to clean this thing up. Tricklight wants to see. You're an open-minded girl. Just look at the dirty ass data in her armpit. Oh, you can't see right now. The camera's on. That dirty data in her armpit. Dirty. Just dirty. Dirty. Dirty data. And I'll probably be looking back at the sculpture, seeing what I lost, re-sculpting it, that sort of thing. It's going to be a little bit of a poop show. Jeannie Jones. You guys asked for it. You're gonna get to see me do this in ZBrush then, probably tomorrow night. Probably can get this thing processed and in a polygonal form I can get open in ZBrush tomorrow night. Hopefully. And we'll go from there. Alright, well I'm gonna hit go on this and it's gonna cook for a few hours. Apply edit. Any other comments on my new haircut? That I just gave myself like 2 hours ago? 3 hours ago? Set go. Yeah, well it's gonna do this first, it's gonna do this pre-processing. And just gonna show it to us, and then I think it's pretty much done. I mean, it's gonna cook all night. Yeah. So what would you like to talk about? I want to hear about this abandoned resort you were at today, Tricklight. Someday I'm going to ask you a dirty secret, like, what's your real name? Or in the world, that's a dirty secret. I don't want to move too fast, right? Someday. Housing problem. Yeah, I have no idea what it's like down there in Australia. LA's pretty messed up. Secrets. Oh, you did send me some of your music. I might be able to figure it out from that if I really wanted to be all weird and creepy and stocky. Yeah, sorry, distracted there for a second. Michael C knows. Oh man. Now there's an in crowd and I'm not in it. Processing. It's not really a secret. Well, see, now that ruins it. I wanted it to be a secret. And it's like this thing to find out. Yeah, well, we are your street team. We just aren't funded yet, yes. That's interesting, right? I like what you're doing there. Like, I would definitely, if you want to create like a commune in Australia, yeah, I'm gonna find a way to participate. That sounds awesome. I've never been to Australia. I've been to a lot of places. But I have never been down south. As long as it's not culty. Alright, we processed.
She's a beautiful human specimen.
Yeah, you have some background with that, don't you? Creepo culty thing. I have a friend here. Actually, one of my partners, his wife grew up in a cult in Hawaii. Like, full on, made documentary about this cult.
You know what one of these bullets will do, son? It'll rip out your spine and roll it up like a ball of string.
Yeah, I think the rest of this data I'm gonna have to clean up in ZBrush. I don't know, or at least I'll take a look at it. And if I don't like it, I mean, hell, we'll come back and scan again, you know?
That's a chance you'd have to take.
Optimizing. Yeah, I think that I may have just killed the stream. I mean, like, maybe just nothing happening now. You got stuck. She grew up when art communes kind of have a reputation. They need a new PR team, yeah. Well, I don't know, maybe the Have You Made Art Today cult or whatever, maybe I can lend myself to it. Maybe we can, you know, that whole idea I was saying earlier, or the other day about if we could actually, you know, infect people with the, infect people virally with the need to make art. I think we could actually change the world as, you know, art coven. Yeah, oh yes, now the art coven. I do like it. At least the philosophy I was suggesting, that people that make art on a daily basis have respect for their own art because they invested themselves into it. And then once you establish respect for your own art, you start to respect other people's creations. And therefore your brain shifts from someone who makes something from someone who takes things. And if all of our politicians were makers instead of takers, it would literally change the world. Angela West, are you in the Midwest? Are you from KC? This is happening here. Fairly soon. I think this is gonna go for a while, so I think we're just chatting now. I think the art stream might be over because I think this is gonna sit here and compute in a really boring way for a while.
You know what one of these bullets will do, son? It'll rip out your spine and roll it up like a ball of string.
Rocio Miranda, hello. Thank you. Are you number 5 or are you V, Miranda?
That's a chance you'd have to take.
The boring bits are still art. Yes, you're actually very stoic. I don't know if you know it, Tricklight. I don't know if you've read Marcus Aurelius, but a lot of the things you say actually have stoicism in them. The boring bits are still art. Marcus Aurelius would say the difficulties in the path are the path. Costa Rica. I've been to Costa Rica one time. Reason why people go there and don't leave. Stoics annoy you. Well, I think you might have been around the wrong Stoics. I'm in Missouri side, but close to KC. Fantastic. Yeah, well, I'm in Kansas City, Missouri. So, Florida. Well, the person who's got the longest commute to come to this place is old Tricklight. She's got a long ways. That might be the longest. That might be as far away from here as you can get almost, right? Madeline Burrite, hello. You see, we're processing. We're optimizing and generating point cloud, if you didn't know. You see the blue box at the bottom of the screen? I just scanned it. You've missed me cussing and whatnot while doing a 3D scan. Yes. I bet you'd be a good private jet salesman. I bet you could sell private jets, Tricklight. There are a lot of wealthy people in the world who don't know what to do with their money and need good ideas. They need to be told. Yeah, I think this optimizer is going to go for a while. She is. Oh my God, you're awesome. I don't want to sell things. I want to dance and do fire poi. Is poi like the Hawaiian fruit? Oh, you like the... Well, I guess you... I'm not sure you're saying if you like the jawline or you don't like the jawline, but yeah, it's pretty pronounced. I actually had to tame it down. First version I did was very, what did I call it at the time? Piranha fish. Polynesian dance. Oh, okay. There's an amazing group here in Kansas City that does fire dancing. I don't know that they're focusing on anything specifically ethnic or spiritual, but they do amazing fire dancing. And it's here in Kansas City. Amazing performers here. Yeah. Silk fans. Like I want to learn. Good golly. Very, very eccentric. Man, well, right now you can just see optimizing and generating point cloud. I think this is going to go for a few hours. So we are... Well, thank you. It's me. Tissit me? Ty sit me. Ty sits on me. My initials backwards. Oh, I see. That escalated quickly. Got people sitting on people. Cindy Lou Taters. Nice. Oh, I see. Yeah, I don't think we're getting any more gratification tonight. I think we're gonna sit here and watch this thing. So yeah, this is gonna sit here and process for a while, do some 3D optimizing. Then I'm gonna open it in ZBrush. I'll have to fill holes in the geometry. I'll have to delete geometry. And then I'll have to fix problems. So I'll be sculpting in 3D. So people seem to be interested in watching me do the 3D sculpting too. That's the feedback I've gotten. I'm gonna open it in software called ZBrush, and I'll sit here and diddle, and try not to ruin, because I want to leave the fingers in clay feel. I don't want to make it feel like a 3D sculpt. But it's gonna be awfully tempting to do details, but I don't want to go too far that direction in any way, because then it'll stop your eye as you're flowing over her. So it'll be an interesting challenge. All right, well then there you go. Tricklight wants all the goodies. So I guess tomorrow night we'll be in ZBrush. We're not moving on yet to a new sculpt. We'll be on this sculpt tomorrow night. My first sculpture, I was 5. Okay, so Cindy Lou, are you a sculptor or you just like to do it? Got to get the Patreon going. Yeah, there's a lot of, well, you saw the shit show that was tonight. I had audio broken. I actually quit the Twitch stream tonight because I couldn't figure out what was breaking what. So we didn't stream Twitch tonight. There's a shit show with all this parts. For sure. Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna go watch another Satan movie and get drunk. Watched The Ninth Gate and Angel Heart on the last 2 nights. Long song there. Well, now I want to hear. I was about to take off, but I want to hear your story. Cindy Lou Who? There's a country song in there somewhere. I want to get drunk and watch another Satan movie. I love this. That's a great idea. Yeah, Cindy Lou. Well then. You know, along that, the next thing I get, I guess there's Rosemary's Baby or Devil's Advocate. 2 other options I can think of that genre, of that dramatic Satanist theme. I don't know, what else is there? Da Good. I don't. Is Da Good a name of a movie, or are you just agreeing? Exorcism of Emily Rose. I haven't seen that. I have not seen Exorcism of Emily Rose. I've heard about it. It's more recent. You kids these days and your new movies. You know, things that came out in the last 2 decades. Yeah, I'll take a look. I did a little work on Constantine. It's not really the same kind of thing. It's more slapstick by comparison. But I worked with the old Keanu Reeves a little bit on Devil's Advocate. Scanned his head for a sequence. Vincent Price was first crush. Oh my God. Cindy Lou. My goodness. Vincent Price was your first crush. That's amazing. It's awesome. He loves the Keanu. He's a pretty cool guy. And I will say in person, he actually moves his eyebrows. Something he does not do on screen. But in person, when I was talking to him, his eyebrows moved. It was the craziest thing. I have his cookbooks. I didn't know he made cookbooks. Yeah, his reputation is that he's cool and a nice guy, and in my experience, that is true. And I'm not short. Almost everybody in Hollywood is short. He's not as tall as me, but I don't know, 6'2", something like that. 6'1" or 2 probably. Not short. Will Smith also, not short, probably 6'1". I'm 6'4". Jeff Goldblum, met him once. He's like 6'3". Not small. But most people you meet are like astonishingly small. I mean, most people, I mean, like in Hollywood. Really, really small people. I didn't talk to Jeff very much. I didn't have a conversation with him. I had 2 weird experiences where I met him. Once was a Hollywood experience. It was at a movie premiere. I met Jeff, but it was super superficial. I just talked, just ran to him, brief. The other one, not Hollywood, not a Hollywood experience. I was on a bus going to an airplane on an airfield. And everybody in the bus was short, just 2 heads were floating above the crowd, just me and Jeff. I'm like, what's up? Just the 2 tall guys who could see each other eye to eye. What's up? It was really, really weird. Like, not a Hollywood moment. Just ran into Jeff Goldblum in Paris. Tall Guy Club, exactly. Yeah, this thing is stuck at 21%. I don't think this is, I think this is gonna go all night. Hey, Tay. Yeah. You wanna know how weird I am? Who did I meet at that party? That was the premiere party for adaptation. I met Tilda Swinton. And you're gonna make fun of me, but I kind of had a crush on her. Everybody makes fun of me for that. Ever since I was a little kid, I thought she was pretty hot. Most people think I'm pretty deranged for that. Anyway, I got to meet her at that premiere. I did not hit on her. I crush on her as well. Tilda Swinton. So what did she play? She played Gabriel in Constantine, but she did lots of artsy films. Lots of she plays up the androgynous thing because she's tall. I mean, she was like, I don't know, 6 foot tall or something. Which didn't surprise or impress me. My girlfriend was 6'2", so wasn't like a thing. It was like, oh, like whatever. Yeah, tall women. That's cool. She was in the Narnia movies, you're right. Wasn't she I didn't really pay attention to those, but I think she was, the bad guy in those, wasn't she? The antagonist. I think I'm gonna be disappointed in the hair capture. And I also feel like maybe I'm gonna come back and there's 2 different scan settings. There's big and small. And I kind of feel like I'm gonna end up doing a small scan, like as if it were jewelry, on just the head. Because I kind of feel like I'm going to be unhappy with the head scan. And we'll have to see how that goes. The White Witch. Yeah. Well, you guys are going to get carpal tunnel syndrome. 23,000 likes tonight, which means somebody out there is gonna develop carpal tunnel syndrome, or they have some form of repetitive device that they can use to tap things with. Thank you, I appreciate it. Where is well, let's see, wait till the camera changes and I'll show you. Where are the camera scanner? I'll show you the scanner. And I guess I could, actually, why don't I just turn off we're just sitting here watching this stupid thing. I can just go into OBS and turn off that screen. And then you're not looking at that silly thing. Let's see here. That would be what? There we go. Here, turn off that and turn on, there we go. There, scan and turn on. And there. Scan and turn. There we go. Anyway, yeah, just turned off the scanning software because it's just, you guys don't need to sit there and look at that crap. Anyway, where's the camera? There's the scanner right there. So that's what I walked around this thing with and scan. And I got a whole bunch of points, and the software is going to go nuts for many hours and process that. Well, yes, ulnar nerve, both elbows, both wrists. What? Okay. Carpal tunnel. Oh, sorry, that's what you're saying. You developed carpal tunnel. Got it. Wow. That's a lot of clicking. I appreciate it. Right? Yeah, I saw you liked it, Tay. I realized I've been talking about it here to you guys, and I was standing in it yesterday. I'm like, well, why don't I send a pic? We started hanging canvas on the wall, which is going to be a video projector screen. 150 feet of video screen, 12 foot tall, one 50-foot wall and another 100-foot wall, 12 foot high. Just hanged, stretched, painted canvas that we're going to project video on. That I'm going to make the content for. I am making right now. Pretty awesome stuff. Excited about that. You're showing everyone. Well, thank you, Tricklight. Yeah. Yes. Well, where's the video? It's on just my profile. Well, the Jazz Club is just really just the work of my, I mean, Kansas City Jazz is this famous thing, and my partner in gallery, he's opened a jazz club 10 years ago. It's the most successful one here in Kansas City. He and I partnered up to do this. Am I out of liquor yet? I almost drank it all, actually. I am running out of liquor. I guess that'll be the end of the stream when Beau is out of booze, which is close. It's coming. Oh, Tay, aren't you in Washington State, right? Is that correct? Did I remember properly? Coonies was filmed. Wow, that's amazing. Nice. No mommy arms. I don't know what that means, but that sounds sexy. Come back on. I will be back on tomorrow, I promise, JoJo. Yeah, I'm gonna get a box of wine tomorrow night. Yeah, I totally was I was in a terrible headspace. I was in a bad mood. I was very negative last night, and I just dragged myself silly and watched a Satanist movie instead of streaming. And I apologize. All my bad. Tomorrow night I will be back on, and I think I'm gonna be, assuming this data processes tonight, I'll be on ZBrush. I'll show you guys how to I'll be 3D sculpting this tomorrow night. That'll be interesting. I'm gonna change my setup for that. Well, Tricklight, you were, I don't know how much I want to divulge to the rest of the class, but hey, you were there for me last night, and I appreciate it. Chatting it up. That was nice, actually. It was nice. I don't know how else to say it. I'm just gonna say that was nice. Last night I watched Angel Heart with my mom. My mommy and I, she's my favorite drinking buddy, my mom. Yeah. And we haven't really done it since I moved back to Kansas City. She used to come to Los Angeles, and we'd hang out and drink while I worked. Since I moved home, and we got family here and stuff, and she's just always, you know, my mom is super cool. Good night, Jojo. Yeah, I'm just sitting here pontificating. I'm not being exciting, but I'll be back tomorrow night. I'll be, hopefully, assuming this processes tonight, I'll be working in ZBrush tomorrow night. Get to show you that. Mickey, oh Mickey, you're so fun. So fun, you blow my mind. Yes, Mickey Rourke. Before he got freaking weird as shit. Messed with his face. Yeah. Well, I think I'm going to retire for the night. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. Thank you for showing up last night, Trick Light, for me. And I'll be back tomorrow night. We'll do a little sculpting in ZBrush. Love you guys. And I will see you mañana.